Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm just going to be doing a get ready with me. Today, I'm getting ready to shoot a nude sticks ad. So just to be clear, this video is going to be a little bit nude sticks heavy. This video isn't sponsored, but the post on my Instagram feed will be. Whenever I post my nude sticks ads, a majority of the comments are like, did you film this or whatever? So I thought I might as well film it just so you guys see how my process goes and things like that. And today I really want to do like a really nice super fall or holiday appropriate makeup. I'm going to be using their holiday kits that they came out with, and it's all the products I really love. There's a few new shades in here, but most of them are ones I previously loved. And same in here. This one has Sunset Strip, which is my favorite blush from them. So before we get started, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. So just for my base, I'm just going to put some moisturizer and some SPF. The moisturizer I've been using under makeup is this GRWM one. It's just their day moisturizer. This stuff is very expensive. I don't know if it's worth it yet. I've only been using it this week. It's quite heavily scented, but anyways. So with this get ready with me, I just realized I never really told you guys what my story is, how I got into makeup, how I started everything, and like what schools and things like that, how that all happened. So I want to do that in today's video. I want to tell you all about my story. And the SPF I've been using is the Ren Clean Screen Mineral SPF. I love this one. This one's my favorite one I've ever tried. Doesn't break me out, doesn't stay oily. It's kind of mattifying, which I really like for a sunscreen, because usually sunscreens, they make me so oily for some reason. If I forget to mention any of the products I use in today's video, they're going to be in the description. So to get into it, I think I've always been interested in makeup, but it's never really hit me. I remember when I was younger and my grandma would babysit me, I would always run to her bathroom if she took her eyes off me, and I would like put on her bronzer and her lipsticks, and then I'd come out of the bathroom like this, trying to hide the lipstick so I could wear it, and she would always make me take it off or whatever. I'd especially run to the bathroom if we were like leaving the house, or if she was taking to my dance classes or anything like that. I would always try to put on lipstick before I went to my lessons. And then I did grow up dancing. I used to do competitive dancing, so I just remember loving getting ready for my competitions and things like that. I would spend so many more hours than I needed prior to just get ready and apply my makeup and just love every moment of it. Just as a side note, I'm using the GRWM Gold Radiance Foundation. I'm testing it out. This stuff is so expensive. It's like $100 Canadian per bottle. It is very nice, but it's not that nice. Just as a quick side note. And then throughout high school, I continued dancing, and I was always really into art and photography. With my photography, I was really not into like normal photography. It was the kind that I would take like 10 different pictures and combine them all into Photoshop and make like stories within a picture. I'll try to include some here of my favorites. And I would spend like almost 20 hours per photo, and I did that for 52 weeks in a row through high school. And I remember kind of getting bullied for it and stuff like that, but I just didn't care because I loved it so much, and I just like learned so much about photography and Photoshop and things like that. I was always in the more artistic classes my school offered. I was in art and as well as photography. I took like 2 photography classes at the same time. And then I also did welding, just in case if I wanted to learn how to do some welding for art or something. And it all came in handy, I think. But through school, because I loved art so much and it was the only thing that would bring me joy at the time, I was kind of a little bit of a depressive teen. I was always very antisocial and just I wanted to keep to myself a lot. I always never had the best grades in school just because I knew those kind of classes weren't going to come useful to what I wanted to pursue in my life. I would do like the bare minimum, like 50%, and I was happy. But going into 12th grade, I wanted to attend school at MacEwan University for Fine Arts. So I just did my research and just took the classes I really needed. And one of the things I kind of struggled with was English class. I remember I needed I needed 75% or higher in my English class to get into my MacEwan program. And at the beginning of the semester, my teacher pulled every kid aside to see what their goals were and what they needed to pass with. And I said 75%, and she gave me, at the end of the year, 74%. So I had to do these alternate tests to get into my university, and just nothing was easy trying to get into the university. I had to do like a big portfolio. I had to have like 20 unique art pieces. Let me know if you'd like to see that in a vlog or something. I still have it in my basement. It is pretty cool to look through, but I just remember it being like such a pain, and just like it was so hard for me to get into the university for all these like little things that just weren't matching up. And at the time, I wasn't super in love with going to this school. Like, I was excited for it, but I just kind of didn't feel completely like it was the right thing. Anyways, fast forward into university, I started going, and I was just like felt so out of place. I saw all the other people in my class, like they would want to stay 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at school, and I would like wait for the bell to ring, or I would wait for the classes to end so I could zip home. And they would always work overnight on their projects and things like that, and I just never wanted to. So I just like I just kind of knew it wasn't the right thing. So 5 weeks into my program at MacEwan, I dropped out because I was like, this is not it for me. But I tried to stay in the photography class, but a few weeks into that as well, and they were still like just learning about buttons on the camera, and I was like, you know what, this is not what I'm gonna need. I already know all this. I already know Photoshop through and through. So then I dropped out of everything, and I looked for a photographer that I could like be an assistant to, and that's what I did. I worked for a photographer for around 8 months, and it was good. It was a really good experience. I learned a lot. I was mostly his editor or his assistant on shoots and things like that. But through that, I realized photography wasn't my thing either. After I quit that, I got really, really depressed. I could like not get out of bed. I think the thing that made me the most depressed is like seeing both things that I thought were gonna be for me not work out, and I just didn't know my path in life, and I just thought I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was feeling so lost in the world. And a few months into my depression, I started really falling in love with watching beauty videos and starting to collect makeup. It was the only thing that started to bring me out of bed and make me excited. Like every day I would get up and do a different look, and just started doing my research on different products and like putting money aside and things like that. And then one day I remember I was in the kitchen downstairs, and my mom was like, why don't you pursue makeup? And then everything just like clicked. It was crazy. I just never really thought I could pursue that or that I could do that. And then it was just like everything was just falling into place right after that moment. Just a quick pause for my blush. I think I'm gonna try to mix these two shades, Sunkissed and Sunset Strip, together just to make more of a fall shade, because Sunset Strip is a little bit too corally for what I'm going for today. It's a little bit too peachy corally. If I add a little bit of Sunkissed, I think it's gonna make a perfect fall shade for something, because I really want to do like a really nice burgundy matte lip or like a more plummy matte lip. So I think these two together will be perfect. Yes, that's exactly what I had in mind. If I were to create my perfect blush at this moment in time, it would be these two shades together, maybe a little bit more muted and in the formula of their Nudies Blooms. That'd be my perfect shade. I'm curious to know what your perfect blush shade would be from like any brand, if you could combine a few things or like few aspects. I think that'd be cool. Let me know. Anyways, getting back, and then after that, that's when I started researching how to build up a makeup artist kit and things like that, and I just started watching how to do makeup on other skin tones and eye shapes, all that kind of stuff. And then I actually enrolled in Blanche Macdonald, which is a beauty school in Vancouver, and I moved to Vancouver the next year for a full year, had my own apartment. It was just like such a beautiful year. I loved it. It was such a great thing to I really grew up during that time. I think I just am so thankful that I had the guts to do that, because even before, when I was in my depression, I would not leave my house. I was so anxious all the time. I just would let my anxiety and depression control me, and I would just like not leave my room. But moving to Vancouver, it just like flipped me 180. I was a complete different person. Got over my anxiety, got over everything, just became me. I loved attending the Blanche McDonald program. I took the Global Makeup Artistry program, and in that program I took like prosthetics, airbrush, bridal, movie makeup, just every aspect of makeup I took. I didn't learn anything in the beauty portion just because I did so much research prior to going in it. And it was kind of upsetting because I was in a classroom of 20 white girls. So I didn't really learn how to do makeup on other skin tones than white people. Which that was definitely too bad. I was hoping that I would learn a little bit more for doing makeup on other cultures and things like that, like Indian bridal makeup and just all those kind of things. I didn't really get to do. But for like prosthetics and movie makeup and more gory stuff, I learned so much, which was really awesome, and I'm happy that I have that under my belt. The Blanche McDonald program was great because it was only 3 days a week and then 4 days off. So I was able to really focus a lot of time on my Instagram and just like building that following, which was really awesome, and I am so thankful for that. When I moved to Vancouver, that's when I really started to grow, and I went to my first event and I was like, oh my gosh, like my dream job is actually coming to fruition. I couldn't believe it. Like it was like kind of, I can't even believe that it actually worked, that I put so much time and effort in it, that it actually is coming to fruition. It was a crazy feeling. After my year in Vancouver came to an end, I did move back home to Alberta just because I could not afford it in Vancouver, and I missed my family, and I just didn't think I would be able to hold up the kind of lifestyle I wanted in Vancouver, since it's so expensive. I didn't want to live in an apartment my entire life, or like, I don't know, it was just, I didn't see it working out for me. But I moved back to Edmonton, Alberta in September, and then I just started looking out for jobs and things like that, and nothing was really happening until November. And then my management team actually reached out to me, and it just all clicked into there once I teamed up with them, and it just like blew up from there. And I'm just so grateful that everything I like prayed for and just everything I wanted for my life is actually coming true. I've just put so much time and effort in everything you see. I've been doing Instagram for 3 years now, and it's just such an amazing feeling. I'm just so grateful. I'm just so thankful for all of you. I wake up every morning so thankful, and I can't believe this is my life. I get to do what I dreamt of doing for years now. Like ever since Instagram became a thing. I remember downloading it before anyone had it in like grade 7. I was just like, this platform is gonna be sick. Like I couldn't believe how cool of a platform it was. But I am just so thankful. I just don't even have the right words to describe how much I am in love with what I do. And your support just means the absolute world to me. It blows my mind that this is possible for me. It's seriously my dream job because I'm such an introverted person. I just can't believe I get to work for myself, do my own thing, and just have the best support team ever. What a dream. I love you guys. Just gonna take a break from the mushy stuff and show you this inside, because I think this is just a really great holiday collection. It's so pretty. I love this. You get 6 shades in here. I think some of them are new. I think I'm gonna swatch them all just so you can see the collection on my skin tone. So here's the eye kit right here, all stunning, beautiful shades that all work together perfectly. And then down here is this little kit right here, Sunset Strip, and you get the Magnetic Nude Glimmer in the shade 99% Angel, which is a really pretty, more pink nude shade. So that's all of them. I think I'm really eyeing these 2 shades right here, and maybe a little bit of this, one of these. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to zoom you guys in so you get to see a little bit of a better view. So just quickly, I'm going to start with Terra, and how I like to work with these is I melt some on the back of my hand just so it's a little bit easier to work with. So I melt like a little bit of that on my hand, and I'll take a brush and just start going in with that. And I'm just going to put this shade into the crease. I might be a little bit more quiet at this point just because I kind of have to work a little faster with these kind of products just because they do set down and they stay down. They're really great for that, but you don't get a super big amount of playtime. If you have more oily eyelids, these are really great. They seem like they wouldn't be, but they just matte down. They're like a liquid lipstick for your eyelids. They're amazing. And very versatile because you can use them as eyeliners or smoke them out like this as well, which is just why I just love these. Now I'm going to be taking this shade Marooned from the Rose Gold collection, and I'm just going to actually go directly in with the pencil first, starting closer to the lash line because that's where I want it to be the most pigmented. And then I'm going to take my finger to start dispersing that. It takes me so long to get used to the daylight savings thing to end. I cannot believe how much it screws me up. Like the other day, it was getting pitch dark. I was working and I looked up and I was like, dang, it's like midnight outside. It's so dark. I started getting ready for bed. I got into bed, checked my phone, and it was 6 o'clock. I was like, oh, and it's taking me so long to get used to. I wasn't sure if I was just gonna leave it like the more matte solid tones or if I should add it, or if I should have added some shimmer to the center, but I do like the subtle hint of shimmer. This shade Rustic Grotto is like the same shade as Marooned, but just in a shimmer form. I think they just complement each other so beautifully. So I'm just gonna add it in the center as like a little highlight. This eye just reminds me of the fall leaves, of the maple leaves. Oh, I love this. I think I'm gonna add a winged liner. And to do so, I'm just gonna take my Smith 205 brush with the Night shade from Nude Sticks. And I'm gonna just quickly do this off camera. I just ordered myself some contacts, so soon I'm gonna be able to do this without looking this close into a mirror. I am so excited for my life right now. Wing on, I am loving how this is turning out. This tone reminds me of that Pat McGrath shade I love so much, Burnished Honey. It's giving me the same vibe. So now I'm just gonna go back with the shade Marooned, and I'm gonna be taking it on this smaller Dose of Colors brush, and I'm just taking it directly off the tube to work on the under eye. My dog is dreaming. She good. I think I want to do what I kind of did in my last video with like the eye bag definition and then a highlighty shade right under there. I've been really liking that look, so I'm just going to take this side of this brush and just kind of define this a little bit extra to begin with and just kind of lightly dust it out. Not dust, because this is a cream. And for the shade to highlight with, I'm going to be taking this one, and it's Nudity. Honestly, I don't know about that. I'm gonna go quickly apply some mascara and I'll be right back. Hopefully that ties it all together. I think the only issue I'm having is that that shade Nudity wasn't as highlighty as I was hoping it was going to be. So I'm just gonna take the highlighter I used on my face, which was the Nude Sticks Magnetic Nude Glimmer in the shade 99% Angel, and kind of add that as the inner corner highlight. I need a smaller brush, that was a little bit risky. You know, I like it. But here are the finished eyes. I think I'm just gonna leave it with mascara. I like the way that looks. I just used the Messier Big one from Lancome. I'm trying to decide between these two right here. I don't know, I think maybe the more red one. I think I like the more red one, this one, and that's the shade Vintage. Look, I look like Kim Possible. Okay, I love that lipstick. That is so nice. It looks so velvety. What a nice formula. That was their matte, intense matte formula. But with that, I'm now off to take some pictures for nude sticks, so you'll see that photo up soon enough. I don't know when exactly, but keep an eye out for that. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like. It would help me out so much. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments down below. I'll make sure to list all the products I used in the description as always. And before I go, I would love for you to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!